We'll let everybody get in here. I'm doing a live of What I Need podcast because I want to get on and talk to you guys about stuff and, continue to do the show. So I figured this is the best way I can do it. Things have been moving around as this is life, and that's what it do. Maybe I don't even have to move. Look at that. Oh, I have shade right here. I don't even have to move my whole set. Okay. So, as you know, we're up in this beautiful life. Welcome to the What I Need podcast. Let's get it in right. I'm thankful for my well-being. Breathe in. And I'm thankful for the well-being of others. Just hold over your heart and breathe. And we get to be right there. Welcome to the What I Need podcast. This is your host, King Carlton. I'm outside, period. And there's been a lot of working going on. I feel like, and I feel it with myself, but I also feel it with a lot of other people, having to kind of develop a new understanding of moving around their worlds. And I think with so many things becoming more dialed in, it's not even just with spirituality, it's also with technology, that we can design our lifestyles. You know what? Maybe this episode should be called something like life's design, or something about life and design. So let's talk about that. I just came up with this concept off the top of the dome, but it sounds quite interesting. Let's clarify and just feel a moment of vibration here. All right. So we have a designer life. And what a wonderful thing. Actually, I think we should always look at that as a wonderful thing. We have a designer life. No, I'm not talking about Louis Vuitton and Gucci, but maybe we have a designer life, honey. Do you know what that means? That means we can decide it. We can choose it. And that's one of the best things, man. I think what's been getting slept on lately is choice. My bad, our bad. Like, I think but see, it's also here too, where we want to make those choices from. And we give thanks. People give thanks to their higher power. Again, this is society, spirituality, ways of being. I'm not pushing out anybody for anything. When you're praying to your higher power and you're thankful that you get to make a choice, that you have a conscious mind where you can choose this or that, that's one to say thank you for. Because we can make a lot of the prayers we want come true, in addition to any blessing that may come from doing your prayers. You know what I'm saying? So there should be a high chance that we have it like however we want. Especially in this time. A designer life. Well, how do we make one of those? What do you mean? And let me also say this. I'm not. What is perfect? What is living a perfect life? Are you enjoying it? Okay, then it must be. So if we just enjoy what we have and figure out how to enjoy what we got, because first of all, you know, they say to he who's grateful for what he has, surely more would be added unto him. But I mean, you know, so they say that, try it out. So we practice gratitude. Oh, okay. So we practice gratitude to like feel grateful and good about what we have at the time, so that that principle begins to activate. And I think, you know, from the designer life, um, you know, which we all have. So it's not just some concept that I just made up that only I know about. Like you have it. You know, we all have it, because we all can choose what we want. We need to I think we need to feel more of a way about that, but feel more of like a grateful way about that. Let's do a tone of gratitude on this just right now. That you get to choose what you're gonna do. Hello. We're live today. So woo. So I think woo. I think coming from that understanding, coming from that understanding, we have to then, because it's not just like, oh yeah, I have a designer life, I get to choose. Okay, so now we need to take a moment and see, what are we choosing? That's gonna take a moment for some of us, because we had to admit that first. What are we choosing? I can only say it like that because, okay, so what are we choosing? And then but without judgment though, without judgment, taking a look at what are we choosing, and then choose again. Like, that's how you could just upgrade your life. I feel like just take a stock of what you're currently choosing without judgment. Go down that list. Maybe we can make a list of 10. What am I choosing? Well, I choose to do this. I choose to do that. I choose to work here. I choose to date them. I choose to have this kind of disposition. What's my disposition? What's my everyday mood? What everyday mood am I choosing? So maybe you could write that down and then say, what everyday mood am I choosing? Am I upset most of them days? Maybe I should choose to wake up and be grateful. A simple way to just upgrade the situation, because we do have a designer life. We could be living from gratitude instead of angst. We could be living from gratitude instead of doubt on each and every given day. Because why not? Why not? Because also it might have been hard either way, whatever it is. So it might have gone ahead and been a difficult situation either way. You might as well be living from gratitude instead of fear. Like I said, I didn't want to miss out on getting on here and putting something out there into this sphere that's going on, you know, into this digisphere that's going on. But see, there's a funny thing about these different, you know, theories about illusions and simulation, or where are we? Don't worry about it. How about that? How about what we worry about is controversial, maybe controversial. Once again, being masters of the net. You don't hear me though. Once again, being masters of the net, and also making pleasing more pleasing creation by adding more beauty, by adding more intelligence, by adding more prosperity, by adding more grace, by adding more abundance into this experience. What are we choosing in our designer life? Hold on now. Because they wanted to talk about Louis and Gucci and Fendi and Prada. And, you know, why? Okay, that's fine. What about a designer life that that's literally uh, infused, or what do they say, insigniated with your God-given free will? What do you want to do? That free will choice was basically, here you can have anything you want. You just have to do it. You just have to choose it. You just have to journal about it. You just can't forget it. You know, if we forget the dream of, okay, I want to be a musician, and let it on go, how is it getting blessed to reemerge? That's something I have to look at. So what am I doing? What am I choosing? Are you hitting up a studio? Are you writing on the beats? Are you reaching out to different artists? Oh, you're not choosing, but that must not be in your designer plan for your designer life. And that's okay. No judgment, right? Maybe they wanted something, maybe they want to explore or need to explore something else. But certainly, when we take our awareness and look at our choices, and then maybe even write down some certain directions or plans that where we want to go, when we choose to live also from a status quo of gratitude, choose to live from a status quo of gratitude, maybe we can even just kind of stew on that right now, that we can make a status quo of living from gratitude. I just smile, open my arms, and take a big breath, because it just feels like I'm going to want some more. And we just breathe into that. So I want to make this short because I actually have to get into the office today, and I've got some things I need to, tie up before I go into a wonderful part of this journey that I'm really looking forward to. So I'm going to be gone for a couple of weeks, but I'm going to be setting up at least I think I have like 3 meditation videos, and I'm going to go ahead and take a break from What I Need podcast for a couple weeks. How many weeks? We'll see. Maybe I'll make a poster or flyer that it's going to be coming back after that time. But I am going to try to hit you guys with a couple more meditations, just so you do have those for your weekly, checking out of. And feel free to, go on YouTube, our YouTube page, Meditation with King Carlton. There's over 40 episodes. Feel free to go to Spotify. Function presents Spotify Meditation with King Carlton with a K. And, explore, check it out. Give me any feedback that you think would help improve the show, or any of these things that you might have benefited from. Or if you just absolutely detest it, go ahead and let me know that as well. No, just kidding. It's fine. I mean, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I'd love to hear from you guys. It does. I don't know. I would still keep doing this. I feel like I feel good, and I'm hoping, praying that all of you feel good from it. I have heard some pretty good things back, and I just, hope that we're all increasing our well-being all together, and that's all we can do is try and continue to try and continue to do what feels right, makes sense, makes us walk with a brighter idea into the next day, a brighter feeling, a lighter vibe. Okay, raising the vibration, um, raising and increasing the health, inside of our bodies, uplifting our communities, finding better, more orderly ways to go along in peace right now. This is what we're talking about. What are we choosing? You are a powerful being. I can't wait to see you guys on the next episode of What I Need podcast. It will be in a couple of weeks. Stay beautiful, stay peaceful, stay strong, stay a beautiful creation that you are.